Hey guys, it's day 6 of 100 days of DSA challenge and we are back with another medium level question on Leetcode. This time it's Leetcode 735th question, Asteroid Collision. Now I really like this question, to be honest. I don't know, for some reason this question seemed very interesting to me. So I'll simply explain what this question is about. So basically we are given an array. This is the input array and each element of this array represents the position and size of the asteroids. Okay, so for example, this is an asteroid in space and the absolute value of this is the size. So this is an asteroid of size 5 and this is an asteroid of size 10. This is an asteroid of size 5 in the space, and the signs of these represent the direction. So if the element has a positive sign, it means that it is moving towards the right. If it has a negative sign, it means it is moving towards the left. And they are arranged in the space in this particular order. Okay, so basically this asteroid is on the left of this asteroid and this asteroid is on the right of this asteroid, and all asteroids are moving with the same speed. So I want you to imagine that uh, for that particular example, 5, 10, minus 5, this is an asteroid 5, this is an asteroid 10, and this is an asteroid minus 5. This is moving towards the left, this is moving towards the right, this is moving towards the right. Now uh, let's say that this is paused right now. Okay, this is paused and you are like somewhat of a god. Okay, you can just play this and pause this. So right now it's paused. Now you click play and these will now actually move. So what will happen now? Well, it's very obvious that this asteroid is going to collide with this asteroid. Okay, and when that happens, there are two rules. First, if the if there are three rules actually. If the size of this asteroid is bigger than the size of this asteroid, then this asteroid will explode. And if the size of this asteroid was bigger and they collided, then this would explode. And if the size of both of them was equal, then both of them would explode. Okay, and I want you to know that if two asteroids are moving in the same direction, they will never collide because they are moving with a fixed speed. So this asteroid and this asteroid would never collide because they are moving in the same direction with the same speed. Well, I guess you know why this question is interesting now, because it uses your imagination and it is something that you can actually visualize, so it's fun to code. Well, that's the explanation for the question, and now let us focus on the approach we are going to use. Well, take a guess on the approach we are going to use. If you have been following my series for the last 3 days, you know exactly what we are going to do now. And monotonic stack it is. Yes guys, this is another monotonic stack question. I'm sorry if you're getting bored now, but I wanted to see the positive side for it, that if we encounter any stack question now, any monotonic stack question now, then we are very confident that we can solve it with ease. So let's solve this quickly once again. So let's see the code part. First of all, take a stack, then take the vector answer, and now just a loop to iterate through the asteroids, and each element is called an asteroid. This is the array asteroids. Now we are simply going to take this variable bool, and it says destroyed. So basically what our approach is that, okay, this is a stack, and in the beginning we are taking a variable destroyed, and it is false in the beginning. All right, so first of all, let's take this example. All right, so I'll erase the rest of it. Okay, now let's take this example. First we are at the element 5. What will happen for element 5? Well, after this code, there is a line that if not destroyed, if not destroyed, then simply push the asteroid in the stack. Okay, so it's a simple line. Okay, just get it. So after this code, this line will execute. So, well, let's see what is the condition for collision first. Okay, so collision can only occur. Tell me, when can the collision occur? Collision can only occur when the two elements are moving in the opposite direction and they are moving towards each other. So two adjacent elements, when they are moving in the opposite direction, now what does that mean? Does it mean that, okay, we are pushing each element into the stack, so 5 will be pushed at first, then 10 will be pushed, then minus 5 will be pushed. Now will they collide? How will you decide if minus 5 and 10 will collide here? You will see the directions for it. So minus 5, what does minus signify? It's moving towards the left. And what does this signify? A positive sign. Positive sign signifies that it's moving towards the right. And they are adjacent, so they will collide. Okay, but let's say that here if it was minus 10 and this was positive 5, then would they collide? No, they would not collide. Even though they have the opposite signs, they would not collide because 10 would be then moving in the left direction because it's negative, and 5 would be moving in the right direction because it's positive. Okay, so hence they would not collide in that case. So there's only one condition for collision, that the elements should be such that the element on the left should be the element on the left should be negative, should be positive, and the element on the right should be negative. That is the condition. And what is the element on the left? If you see that first I pushed 5 into this, then I pushed 10 into this, then I pushed minus 5. Okay, well, I have not pushed it yet. This was just to show you. But you see that the stack stop is the element on the left for this element. Okay, so this is the asteroid right now, and for this is the element on the left. And what is the element on the left? According to the question, it is the element on the top of the stack. So now what is the condition? Okay, so what can we conclude now? What is the final condition for collision? The condition would now be that the stack's top should be positive. Okay, stack's top should be positive and the asteroid should be negative. Only in this condition the collision will occur. See, stack stop is positive and the asteroid is negative. Only in this condition the collision will occur. Okay, and now there are three simple conditions, that if the asteroid is bigger than stack stop, what will happen? If the asteroid, in case of collision, if the asteroid is bigger than the stack stop, then obviously it will destroy the stack stop. Okay, so in that case we will simply pop the stack stop. Okay, so in this case we are simply going to pop the stack stop. Okay, simple. Now what are we going to do in the second case? In the second case, the asteroid's absolute value is equal to the stack stop. Now what will happen in this case? In this case, both of them will be destroyed. So what will happen then? Well, why is this not working? Okay, so we will pop the stack stop. That means the previous element was destroyed. And what else are we going to do? You remember we took a variable destroyed, so we are simply going to make that variable destroyed equals to true. So this was happen in the second case. And in the third case, if the asteroid is smaller than the stack's top. In that case, the stack's top will prevail and our asteroid would get destroyed. So in that case also we are going to write that our asteroid will get destroyed. I apologize for this technical issue. I don't know why this text box isn't working. I'll simply write it then. Then the destroyed would be equal to true. Okay, so only these three conditions can be there. Alright. So now let's see how our code works. So for this condition, 5 will first come and simply get pushed because collision will never occur. Then 10 will get pushed, collision won't occur. Now for minus 5, will collision occur? Yes, collision occur. Which case does it follow? Is the asteroid bigger than stack's top? No. Are the size of them equal? No. Is the asteroid smaller than stack's top? Yes. Then simply the destroyed flag would get true. And if the destroyed flag would get true, then will this line ever execute? No. Then will minus 5 ever get pushed into this? No. So minus 5 won't get pushed into this. Okay. Now, for minus 7, will collision occur? Yes. Is the first condition true? No. Is the second condition true? No. Is the third condition true? Yes. Then the flag would get true again and this it would get pushed to. Then we get 10. Will collision occur? No, collision won't occur, so we will simply push it into the stack. So this is the final condition of the stack. So in the question, I think I forgot to mention it before. What we actually have to return is the final condition. We have to tell that which asteroids will actually prevail. Which asteroids, in what order will they survive? Okay. So after all the collision happens, okay, asteroids destroyed each other. The ones who had to destroy each other destroyed each other. And now we have to return those asteroids which survived. We have to return them in an array. So for this, you could see that 10 and minus 5 would collide. So only 10 would prevail and 5 and 10 would never collide. So 5 and 10 they both would prevail. Hence this output. For this case, 8 and minus 8 they would simply collide and there would be nothing left. So that is what we have to return. Now let's just see the code so that you can understand this. See, I told this is simply to iterate. Then we have this flag. Then I told this condition, and obviously we have to also check that the stack is not empty. And then I said if asteroid is bigger than top, then we pop. If asteroid is equal to top, then we pop, and asteroid is true, and we break. It's important to break, otherwise it would exceed the time limit. And else is this condition, this one. This is the else part. Else destroyed is simply true and we break. And if destroyed is not true, then we simply push the asteroid. And now this is just to pop the elements out of the stack and store them in an array. And as you can see that if I pop this out of the stack 10 10 5, then they would store like 10 10 and 5 in the array, but actually initially they were in the order 5 10 10. Hence to return them in the correct order I'll have to reverse this string, this array. So hence after storing them in the vector, I had to reverse the vector, and I simply returned it, and it passed all my test cases. So let's see that if it works for our particular test case too. 5 10 minus 5 7. Let's just copy that, and let's see if it works for our test case. Let's run the code. Answer should be 5 10 10. Okay, what's the answer? 5 10 10. So thank you for watching, and I hope you understood this question, and I hope you found it just as interesting as I found it. So now see you on day 7.